I wanted to do this video because I know exactly how it feels to be flat broke, okay? To be frustrated, to be worried about money. I know what that feels like. And then I know what it feels like to go from that place to starting a business that actually brings in consistent income every month. And so if you watch to the end of this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can do the same thing. Now, before I jump into the steps you will actually take, it's important that you pay attention to this one thing I'm about to say, because if you don't pay attention to it, you are going to self-sabotage. You are not going to get very far. And then you're going to think that everybody that talks about freelance writing or making money online through an online business, a legitimate online business, is lying to you. The first thing is this, that you're going to have to work on your mindset. I can't tell you how many times people have sent me Instagram DMs, LinkedIn DMs, messages here on YouTube telling me that, oh gee, I love that you started this. I want to get started on this. How do I get started? And then I give them what they need to get started, and then they don't get started. In fact, there was this one particular conversation that went on for almost 6 months where this person kept on messaging me and asking me the same question in different formats. I shared my videos with her. I even told her I had a book, When I Freelance Writing. She could read that book and then take off from there. I don't know if after that last conversation she actually took my advice, but you're going to have to work on your mindset. And the reason you're going to have to work on your mindset is because entrepreneurship is not a walk in the park. Okay, a lot of people on here on YouTube make it seem like it's easy. Oh, I started a YouTube channel and just 6 weeks later I was monetized and all these brands that are coming at me with deals. But the reality is that the people that happens for that, the 6 week success people, that's like a fraction of a percentage, okay? For most people, it takes time. For most people, they've invested in themselves. For most people, it's taken a while for them to get there, okay? But unfortunately, usually that's not the story that's told, and so people feel like, oh, I can start online today and then next week I'm gonna make money as a freelance writer. That's not how it works, okay? That's not how it works. So you are going to have to work on your mindset. And you know, this kind of reminds me of when I first got started as a social media manager. And you know, when I started, I had a blog and I had started an online presence. I had started Twitter. Periscope was popular at the time. And so I started on there, and I remember that I had less than 500 followers on Twitter when I pitched my first client, okay, for social media. And so I just pitched her and said, hey, I am so-and-so, I have a blog, and I didn't have any other clients. Guys, I had never had a client before, and yet I was able to win that first $300 per month client. This client was paying me $300 every single month to handle her social media for her. I read a lot of blogs, I watched a lot of videos. I remember the website I used to visit quite a bit at that time was Social Media Examiner. I learned everything I could about social media and applied it to this person's social media, and their social media began to grow. When she saw I was getting her results, she began to recommend me to her other business friends, and that's how I broke that first $1,000 mark per month when it came to income. And all of that was on the side of my full-time job. So it's very possible for you to go from very little experience or even no experience to making your first 100, then 200, then 1,000, then 5,000 or more per month. It is absolutely possible. If you've watched me enough on this YouTube channel, then you know I've had a lot of videos where I talk about different ways to make money online. I'm not going to do a repetition of those videos. You can watch a few of them. I'm going to link them up in the cards above. But my favorite way, my recommended way that I tell people to start making some money online or starting a side business is to offer a service. Pick a skill and offer a service. For me, that was social media management. Then later on, I switched to freelance writing. For you, it could be photography, it could be video editing, it could be a lot of things. Pick a skill. Once you pick a skill, it's going to be important for you then to go somewhere where there are people who are looking for your services. Now, from experience, I know that this is usually one of the hardest things for people to do, to actually go and find clients. But this also doesn't have to be difficult. When I started, I went to Craigslist.com and I actually created a post. So the first one of clients I got, I responded to somebody's post, and then my next client, one of my next clients, actually made a post on Craigslist and said, hey, I am a writer and I write for this industry, and if you have that need, then please reach out to me. Somebody reached out to me. That particular company was a client for about 3 years. Okay, that's how long they stayed with me as a freelance writer. So it is possible for you to leverage free or very, very low cost websites like Craigslist. Now, if you're listening, you're probably like, what's Craigslist? Maybe in your country you don't have Craigslist, but you have some kind of classifieds website that people post services on. I want you to go there and post your services on there. At the very least, you have a Facebook or you have an Instagram. Start posting and let people know that you're offering this as a service. This is your business. If you're going to make money about it, you're going to have to make noise about yourself. So it's really going to be important for you to market yourself. It could be Craigslist, it could be through your own social media, which is also great. You could also start looking for businesses that need your services. All right, so a platform that I like to leverage in this case is LinkedIn. If you go on LinkedIn, you're going to find individuals, you're going to find people that may be your ideal client. And so let's say that you're somebody that is a video editor. Maybe you go on LinkedIn and you type in the search bar video creators. Once you get a list of people that are video creators, then you can start building connections with those people. And if you are a video editor, selling your services to those people. Now, I don't recommend that immediately you connect with somebody on LinkedIn, you tell them that you're a video editor and want to edit their videos, but you can be very, very friendly about it and say, hello, especially when you're sending a LinkedIn request. Hello, my name is so-and-so. I am a video editor. I see you're a video creator. If you ever have any video editing needs, please let me know. I'd love to connect. Okay, then you connect that way. Don't be desperate about it. Don't be disrespectful about it. Okay, you want to be able to sell people. You don't want to turn people off. And here's an example of how you can turn people off. Recently, I started to get a lot of connection requests from people in the financial services industry. A lot of them were financial planners or people in the wealth management arena. And obviously, they wanted my services. They wanted me to come to them to manage my assets, manage my money. And the way some of them approached it wasn't very nice or helpful or felt very pushy to me. And so I wasn't attracted to their service. Okay, because here's the thing, when you send somebody a connection request, you haven't really given them any value yet. You haven't really shown them anything yet. Why would they want to just all of a sudden hand over their business to you, right? So you kind of want to demonstrate to people that you can do what you say you can do. And this is what I always call building proof of your work. So once you've picked a skill, once you start building those connections with potential clients, it's time for you to build proof of your work. What is the proof that you can write? What is the proof that you can do social media? What is the proof that you can take my photograph? Start showcasing your work. And this is where it's going to be important. Social media becomes important because social media is a free platform and you can easily showcase your work to the world through your social media profile. So yes, start advertising yourself. And in the meantime, as you're continuing to build those connections and continue to put the word out there about yourself, build proof of your work. Back in the day when I started as a freelance writer, the way I built proof was having my own blog. I'd never written for anybody else, but having my own blog showed people that I could write, right? When I was doing social media, I'd never handled social media for anybody, but the fact that I was building my own social media presence was enough proof for people to take a chance on me. So start building your proof. I even say start building your proof before you're ready, but I really do think you can start, talking about yourself and building proof concurrently. So once you have that first client in the bag, congratulations. Let's pop the non-alcoholic champagne because I don't drink. Once you have that clients in the bag, here's what I want you to do. Of course, you need to wow them and all that. If you've watched me enough on this channel, you heard me say that. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to take some of that money and reinvest in yourself, reinvest in your skills, reinvest in getting better. Because here's the thing, you can only go as far as your skill level today. You can only go as far as your skill level today. And things are constantly changing. Technology is constantly changing. So by investing a little bit of money in yourself every single month, what you're doing is honing your skill, making yourself better, making yourself more valuable so people can invest in you. Just last week, for instance, I invested in myself and purchased a course that I know is going to help me unlock another level in my business. So don't just spend the money on yourself. Of course, it's so exciting to get that money and be happy about it, but then use some of that money, save some of that money to invest in yourself. It could just be like a $2.99 on Amazon book. It could just be like a $10 something, but invest in yourself and in your skills, and you will begin to see that your skill level rises. And as your skill level rises, so will your income. So really, that's how I personally went from flat broke to where I am today. And listen, I'm very positive that if you're listening to this video, if you're watching this video, and you will put what I just told you into practice, that you will do well. You will do well. You just have to believe that you can do it. Step out of that zone of fear and get things done. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and here's some other videos that you can watch.